Hello, and welcome to the Design of Forms. Today, we're going to take a look at the design of birds and reptiles and fish. And they have very complex forms. That is, we've been going along in a progression here, and in this progression, we're really dealing now with a form that is in its own way very complex. Like all forms in that sense, it has a generative source, that is the 5734, the nature of the archetype, something that is essential in the makeup of these forms. There is the channel 15.5, that is the channel of being in the flow, the channel of rhythm, the universal form that is there, the life force that is there for all the forms. But there is the presence now of the 8.1, that is, in humans, this is the channel of the creative role model, and this really is about alphas. It really is about, at the animal level, and particularly in this case, the birds, the reptiles, and the fish, it's always about the alpha that is going to be at the head of what is going to be, the flock and its movement, whatever the case may be. This is where their demonstration is in the world. The most fascinating thing about this world is the presence of the 44th gate and not its harmonic. That is, the channel 4426 is the cross-special connection that birds and reptiles and fish have with humans. And it is in this channel that we have something that is really extraordinary. The 44th gate is the gate of cold-bloodedness. These are cold-blooded creatures. It is what brings them together in this categorization. And they are deeply rooted in the 44th gate. The 44th gate, in its instinctive roots, goes back to our primary history. That is, it goes back to ancient reptilians and ancient birds and so forth. And it is the 44th gate that is always concerned with the fears of extinction. But here, this is the cold-blooded gate. And as humans, with our heart center and our hanging 26 gate, we represent the other side. We represent the hot-bloodedness. I think one of the things that is really interesting for me is the history of birds and reptiles and fish being used for divining. There were warriors who would go to battle and would not do so until some poor chicken was eviscerated, and the innards of the chicken was examined in order to see whether there was an omen for this or that. Or the owl that would suddenly appear in a tree and be considered a messenger of information for those that are taking it in. Humans, in their connection with these creatures, the channel 4426 is the channel of the transmitter. It is a channel of information, or the movement of information. So it is a fascinating connection that is there in the human relationship to birds and reptiles and fish. The other thing that you'll note is the extraordinariness of their design. I mean, they take their neutrino information in from the left, and in taking their information in that way, and you look at this design, the design itself has its own nature. It really does. But it is this power that is in here, this power to go out and to dominate in the world, the 8.1 that's there. This is a very, very powerful force. This is really about, being out there and, making your presence known, claiming your territories. And fundamentally, we have, the land and the sea and the sky is something that is filled up with this particular form.